Good evening, everyone. I'm Priya Bharti, a team member at Forensic Mindset, and I'll be your host for this internship program. Today, we are honored to have with us Dr. Rakesh Gupta, sir. He's a distinct forensic expert and retired Joint Director of Forensic Laboratories. He has vast experience with NICFS New Delhi and a State Police Forensic Department. He is currently serving as an advisor, mentor, and academician, guiding his students and professionals in the field of forensic science. We are truly grateful to have the guidance of such a distinguished forensic expert for this internship program. Now, I warmly welcome Dr. Rakesh Gupta, sir, to begin the session. Sir, the stage is yours now.
Very good afternoon to all of you. May I audible to all of you? हेलो
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
मैं आप सबको सुनाई दे रहा हूँ? हेलो,
Yes, sir.
can we start the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just a minute. Share the screen, please. Now screen is sharing. Hello.
Yes, sir. Your screen is sharing.
Just a minute, please. Ayush,
Yes, sir.
are you hearing me?
Yes, sir.
And screen is also sharing.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, very good afternoon to all of you, dear friend. So today our session is contribution of forensic science and crimes in investigation and administration of justice. Okay, it is very important subject to all the forensic science student and fraternity because the forensic science is mainly working for the administration of justice only. And we are working in this fraternity to help the administration of justice to find out the truth. So basically, we fight against the crime, and our mainly contribution is with relation to the crime. So first, you understand the what is crime. So crime is associated with the human society. The crime is born at the dawn of human society, and it will be remain up to until the human society will be remain there. So we counter the criminal here in this mm, fight. So we both use available science and technology. Criminal also use the science and technology to commit the crime and hide himself. And we use the this science and technology, available science and technology, to find out the criminal with all the evidences. Basically, crime is a global concept. So it is a matter of professional competence for him and us. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Any problem? Sound is there. Something sound
No,
is
sir.
there. Acha. So we must be two generation ahead with the criminal. Then only we can be very successful forensic scientist. Hello?
Yes,
So
sir.
then,
Correct, sir.
pardon? Everything is
Sorry,
going
sir. You can
smoothly or
continue,
any
sir.
problem? Everything is
No, sir.
going
It's smoothly, sir.
okay. Okay. So you must understand is that our knowledge, professional knowledge, must be very much higher than the criminals. Then only we can be become a very successful forensic scientist. So if you have managed the crime scene and your professional efficiency very well, then you definitely be successful forensic scientist. So what is crime? First, we understand what is crime. So in a very simple language, any act or omission against the land of law is known as forensic science. Okay. So there are so many definitions of crime. A crime is a public wrong action or omission that is forbidden by the law, causes harm to society, and it's punishable by the state or by the law. Why is it called a crime? There are origin of crime from the Latin and French words. So it is basically in the Latin meaning is I give the judgment or I decided. What is another name of crime? So there are so many synonyms of crime, like the scandal, sin, lawless. So basically, you can understand that crime is any act or omission against the law. This is the basic and fundamental thing. So key character of crime. What is key character of crime? You must understand. First is the public wrong. Second is against the law. So, and third is punishable. Fourth is harm. And fifth and main is in many jurisdictions, a crime requires both guilt, act, and the guilty mind. Until unless it is not converted in the act, it will not be considered as a crime. If it is only in the your mind and not in the act, it will not be considered as crime. But when it is converted into act, it will be converted into crime. So what are the examples of crime? So there are so many varieties. No problem. This is technical problem. It always be there in the webinar. No problem. So can we start again?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we were discussing the major component of the hello. This criminal justice system, that is police, forensic science, prosecution, and the court. And now I am discussing the what is forensic science. So basically, forensic science is science which work for the law. And you all know that forensic science is a application science. It is not a pure science. So the another definition of forensic science, and the forensic science is the use of science in the field of law. It has many different branches that all deal with the different form of the sciences, such like biology or physics, chemistry, information technology, etc., etc. So basically, forensic science. So what is science? First, you understand what is science. So any systematic knowledge of any subject is called the forensic science. And what is forensic science? The science which work for the law is a forensic science. And forensic science is a collaboratory science, means any knowledge or any technology or any science which is helpful in the crime investigation, we borrow from there and customize according to our need and give it the name of forensic. Like DNA, we have borrowed from the this genetic science. Okay. And cyber forensic, we have taken from the information technology. Forensic accountancy, we have taken from the economics and accountancy. Forensic nursing, we have taken from the nursing. So in this way, the all branches are almost is a collaborative sciences for the forensic science. It is progressive science because every time the pattern of crime is change or the modus operandi of crime is change, so we always we use the latest technology and the knowledge which is helpful for the crime investigation. So we must be up to date day to day in life. If forensic scientist is not up to date himself day to day by the new technologies, by the new science which are helpful in the crime investigation, he never be a successful forensic scientist, or he never be a successful professional. So the contribution of forensic science is basically to find out the truth and prove it beyond doubt if any person has committed the crime and if it is guilty. So it is also help in the save the innocent also. It's not only because its basic concept is to find out truth. If any person is alleged and innocent, so by the truth or by the fact we can save him also. So this is the beauty of forensic science. It is help in the saving of an innocent person, and for the guilty, it is help for the punishment. So it is not only profession, it is in hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Again, it is interruption is there.
Yes, sir. Your screen not visible. Now visible, sir.
Hello. Now it is clear coming.
Yes, sir.
Some problem is the internet, I think so. So there is interruption time to time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. So the quality and the competence of forensic science must be of very higher grade. This is my opinion. Until unless we will not be very much efficient and competent in our professional knowledge, we will not be a very good forensic scientist or a very successful forensic scientist. To become a successful forensic scientist, we must be up to date our knowledge day to day by coming this new science and technology or the new technology like the AI is coming in this era in present days. Artificial intelligence, you are all aware about it. So we must be worked in proactive way. Our style must be proactive, not the reactive. Okay. So with the new category of crimes commission, new technology was required and to counter them. So these are the facial recognition by the software, voice technology, biometrics, thermal imaging, automatic license plate recognition, drone technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, digital forensic software, gunshot detection, etc., etc. So these are the new technologies which we are using currently uh, in different field of the forensic science. So now I have already discussed you the AI is the latest technology which is applicable in the forensic science, include in image and pattern analysis for the identification evidence like fingerprints, blood spattered digital forensic and analysis large data from the electronic device, in particular digital and cyber forensic. So crime scene recognition using 3D modeling, biometrics identification for the suspect and the victim, and DNA chemical analysis. So there are so many applications of AI in the forensic field. and it is very much helpful. This coming technology called artificial intelligence, or we call the AI. So because the AI enhance the accuracy, process vast amount of data, analyze quickly. So strong statistical evidence are there. When we use this technology, it is very much helpful for us to find out the truth and found out the results in very accurately and in very less time. So this is the new technology. As a specialized branch, forensic digital forensic focus heavily on extraction of electronic data that can be used as a evidence in an investigation. So this is in the particular digital forensic or for the cyber forensic. So AI and digital forensic is a very powerful partnership. So digital forensic is defined by the Interpol. Interpol is an agency which coordinate between the all investigating agencies or different countries. You all know about this fact about the Interpol. So as a specialized branch of forensic science that focus on the electronic data. So many forensic experts believe that AI in the digital forensic, sorry, so where there is a analysis of lots of data, this AI is very much useful. So in particular digital forensic, it is very much useful nowadays, and we are already using AI in different analysis like the image analysis in CCTVs and analysis of this telephone datas or the DPR telephone call analysis. So when complete manually human evidences can be difficult and time consuming, at that time AI is very much helpful to us. So these are the branches I have already told you ki any knowledge or subject which is useful for the crime detection, we borrow from there, customize it according to our need and give the name of forensic branch here. So all the branches of the science like anatomy or the science, maths, biology, physics, earth science, we all these branches, the knowledge of these branches, we or the practical knowledge of these branches we use in the forensic science. So and the one new technology is nanotechnology. You have already studied it or heard about it. The nanotechnologies nowadays is very much useful, or we are using it in our forensic science applications, particular in fingerprint analysis, particularly, and then fingerprint detection, and this gold and silver nanoparticles for that is gave the very good result. Toxicological analysis, drug detection, particular explosive detection. In this nanotechnology is very useful for us, and it is a new technology, very recent technology also. So basically, what is the contribution of forensic science for administration of justice? And the summary is this: the forensic science solve crime by the assisting investigation to identify suspects and victim, clearing the innocent person of suspicion, and ultimately wrongdoer to justice. I have already told this science is very much helpful for administration of justice. Um, it is clearing the innocent person if it is elided, and this guilty for the wrongdoer person. So this is the main contribution of forensic science for the administration of justice. And how it is work, now we will discuss on that principles. So basic and first principle is the low card exchange principle. Locard was a forensic Francis scientist, uh, mm, French scientist. So he told, when two things come to contact, they leave their impression on each other. And these impressions are called the physical evidences. Our whole work is depend upon the physical evidences. For the forensic scientist, this physical evidences is main tool or main, mm, this is mm, main tool for his work. And what is law of forensic science? So on which laws it is worked. So these are the main laws. Law of individuality, we decide the things on the individuality. Principle of exchange, that is creation of the these your evidences, physical evidences by the principle of exchange, low-code exchange principle. Law of progressive changes, because we work very fast and very appropriately. Otherwise, there is change in the physical evidences, their physical and chemical composition. And the law of comparison is very much important. We always be compare the things and give the decision. Law of analysis, law of probability, and law of circumstantial facts. So these are the main laws on which forensic sciences work. So these are the some authorities, the principal authorities. So we called them father, father of criminology, father of forensic toxicology, Matthew Orville, the father of Alexis Calvin Goddard. So father of anthropology. In this way, these are the person who has given the much more contribution in the initial days to develop the forensic science. These are their photographs, their names, and the contribution. These are Mr. Matthew Orvilla. He's given the toxicology, forensic toxicology, and contributed lots in the forensic toxicology. So you must understand the who persons already done their contribution in these fields and who are working in these fields and giving their contribution. So how is the forensic system working in India? You must understand this. So in India, there are two type of agencies, which is or the forensic system in India. First, the system is governed by the government of India, uh, Home Department, Central Government of India, and second is by the state government, Home Department. So the first lab, which is governed by the Central Government of India, Home Department, that is CBI CFSL. In CBI CFSL, you know about the CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation. So, and the NIA, National Investigating Agencies. These are the two investigating agencies governed by the Central Government of India. So, in this way, if they required this technical assistance in investigation by DFSS, Directorate of Forensic Science Services Labs, there are six main labs: Chandigarh, Hyderabad, Kolkata. These are the old labs, and new labs: Guwahati, Pune, and Bhopal. So all the technical assistance to CBI and NIA are required by the other agencies given by the DFS labs. Um, these are in Chandigarh, Hyderabad, Kolkata, Guwahati, Pune, and Bhopal. And the next system is every state. I have given the example of Chhattisgarh here. So in each and every state have a state lab and some regional lab on the IG zones. And the scene of crime mobile units is almost all the districts in and their concerning mm, these states. So this is the system. One is governed by the government of India, and another is governed by the state government of any particular. Because then it is law and order is in the concurrent list of constitution. So contribute by the both state and central government by the both. So this is the scene of crime investigation vehicle. You have already heard about the scene of crime. So the main contribution of these is to they go to the scene of crime the forensic scientist to go to scene of crime with the investigating agency and help there to reconstruct the scene of crime, collection of evidences, their proper packing, lifting, and then sent to the forensic lab. And there is and then analysis is there for the labs. So basically, the forensic scientist work has start at the scene of crime and end at the court of law. First is so you must have the professional efficiency in all these fields. First at the scene of crime, second at the analysis at the lab, and third as the expert evidence in the court of law. Then only you will be a perfect forensic scientist. So in all the field, you must increase your efficiency or your professional knowledge or in competence in all in three places. Then only this is the State Forensic Science Lab Chhattisgarh. In this way, all state have forensics science labs. So what is set up there? I have told already you ki State Forensic Science Lab is there, then Regional Forensic Science Labs are there, then scene of crime units are working there. How is the organic organization set up? The first is director, it is technical and administrative head of the that state or in the central lab, and then there are three main branches or disciplines: biology, chemistry, and physics discipline. So that is headed by the joint director, and then below the joint director, the senior scientific officer and the scientific officers are working there in the each and every branch or division. So these are the gusted officer, and below this there are lab technician, lab assistant, lab attendant, or SSA or SA are there, senior scientific assistant or scientific assistant or lab technicians. So these are non-gusted posts working below the gusted officer. And another branch is administration office, and main branch is training, which we called nowadays it is human resource development. It is also very important branch because by the training, in service training, we up to date the forensic scientist, investigating officer, judiciary officers, or prosecutors for the latest knowledge of the forensic science or the latest technology, which is very much helpful in the crime investigation. So I have already given you the detail, the disciplines: biology discipline, chemistry discipline, physics discipline, and our subdivisions are there: biology divisions, DNA divisions, serological division, and diatom divisions come under the biology. Chemistry division, forensic toxicology division, narcotics division, excise division, explosive comes under the chemistry. Under physics division, physics and ballistics, and now cyber is also coming the physics division, and next is the training division. So we will discuss the all these division in detail here. So I have already told you these are the division. You must understand ki, how is the our system is working. Then only you can be become a good forensic scientist. You must know your field, your environment, and what are the branches, how we were work there, and what is your limitations. So we are discussing here the forensic laboratory has of any country in India or in abroad. They have only three main disciplines: physical division, chemical division, and biological divisions. And then subdivisions of these: chemical divisions, general chemistry, narcotics, excise, petroleum, fire and arson, bright burning, ACB, and toxicology. The work of analysis under these divisions, accordingly, we work there. So this is the general chemistry division photograph. I have, this is toxicology division. This is narcotics division. This is excise division. In excise division, we analysis the all types of liquor there: foreign liquor, country liquor, or denatured spirit, etc. So general chemistry division, bright burning cases we test here, and then cement analysis there, adulterate analysis there, ACB anti-corruption cases there, red-handed we cases there, phenolphthalein analysis is there, fire and arson division, cosmetics division, acid throwing. This is all comes under the chemistry divisions. So these are the work distribution of the division. You must understand thoroughly and study them in thoroughly basis. Then toxicological division, examination of viscera and body fluid, gastric lesions and poisonous material. We come the analysis in the toxicological division. So gastric levers, you know, the gastric levers, when any person is consumed the poison or given the poison, the first when he or she is treated for the antidote, first there is stomach was is taken out, and that stomach was is called the gastric levers, and it contained poison in a good amount. So it is very much useful for the any forensic scientist or the toxicologist for the analysis purpose of the poison. So this is the toxicology is a very important branch, and from the very ancient time of forensic science, toxicology is the science that is a study for the poison in all respect. So these are the environmental toxicology. These are the classification, industrial toxicological, clinical toxicology, and forensic toxicology. So we are basically concerned with the forensic toxicology. And what is the poison? Any substance which is produce toxics and damage the health and physiological activities in the body up to death is called the poison. So this is the viscera at the time of PM. So forensic pathology is also a very important branch of the forensic science, is a specialized field with the pathology in which investigator focus on the collection and analysis, analyzing the medical evidence from the non-natural death. In the non-natural end, how we do the PM, or what is the importance of PM, post-mortem? In all non-natural deaths or unnatural death, we do the PM because to find out the three main things: the time of death, cause of death, and mode of death. So for this, we conduct the PM, and nowadays the new virtual autopsy concept has came, and working all the advanced countries and including our India also, we are working on the uh, virtual autopsy also. So in AIMS, All India Institute of Medical Science, Delhi, and all the advanced medical institute, we are virtual autopsy facilities are there. So I have told the new technologies comes time to time. So these are the drug agents in the body parts. These are called the visceras: brain, heart, liver, lungs, kidney, intestine, lungs. So viscera contains basically two main parts. First part it contains stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. Second part is uh, contain the part of lungs, liver, spleen, and kidney, including the brain and heart also, according to the case. And third, we send with them the preservative. We will discuss how we send preservative necessary there. We will discuss later on. So the narcotics division, we examination of cannabis product, opium and its derivative, cocaine and its derivative, barbiturates, oleaginous compounds. So we studies and analysis in the narcotics division all these material. And in excise division, I have already told you country liquor, foreign liquor, and portable and denatured spirit we studies there. In explosive division, pre-explosion, post-explosion, and IDs. IDs are very much important. This improvised explosive device, we call the bomb them. So there are lots of type of IDs are there. Terrorists and Naxalites are use these IDs to damage the investigating agencies or the forces like the central forces, armies, and CPOs, and the state forces also. So we studies mostly we study forensic sciences post explosion. So the classification of explosive, the subject is very large. I will discuss you in condensed way with you. The low explosive and high explosive. In low explosive, it is pyrotechnics and propellants, and high explosive is primary explosive, secondary explosive, military explosive, and industrial explosive in the secondary explosive. The another classification is explosives: organic, inorganic, aromatic, aliphatic, monocyclic, and polycyclic. So these are the classification I have already discussed you. These are the given the examples of these explosives. And this is the figure of one explosion, live explosion. In my state, in the Chhattisgarh, it was badly affected by the Naxalites, and we have faced so many explosions there.
Due to significant network and technical issues during today's session, we were unable to conduct the class smoothly. We will continue and complete the remaining part of today's class tomorrow. And we sincerely apologize for the inconvenience caused. Thank you for your understanding and patience.